What's up, guys? It is Coach Lee and Coach Rowan coming at you today from EnduraLab. We're going to talk about how we scale a push-up. So the push-up is very versatile and you can do it anywhere. All you need is the ground. All right, so we're going to show you how to make the push-up a little bit easier if you guys are working on perfecting your push-up. But if you guys have already got it perfected, we're going to show you how to scale it up, make it more difficult. All right, so first we're going to talk about scaling down. This would be for somebody who's looking to get into push-ups, get better at push-ups, at least get 10 strung together. So the first way we like to scale, and our preferred way, is to elevate the hands onto a surface. Now this could be a bench, a box, at home. You could even use a counter, the couch, but whatever happens, the push-up stays the same. Hands just outside the shoulders, lowering down until the chest touches the surface that your hands are on, pushing back up to the top, locking those arms out, of course, maintaining that plank position throughout the movement. Now, another way we can modify is using negatives, all right? I'll grab it. So Rowan here is going to go from the negatives. This is another great way to learn that push-up and to get you off of your knees. So he's going to come up into the tall push-up position. He's going to lower down, so the negative part of the movement, from his toes. Then to push back up, he's going to go down to his knees, making this portion of the push-up a little bit easier. Coming all the way back up, arms locked out. Then he'll go back to his toes and lower down again. Our body can handle a little bit more load on the eccentric portion of a movement. So that's why we would utilize the negative movement here for that. All right, so the next movement that we'll talk about is decreasing the range of motion. So today, Roman's going to use a foam roller. He could easily use a yoga block, but what we're going to do is set up chest over. We're going to lower down into that push-up till the chest touches the surface and then back up. So we're shortening the range of motion, making it a little bit easier again. If you had something, you could also just lower that until you can finally get a full push-up. So those are ways to make the push-up easier. Now we're going to talk about how we can make it more difficult. So we'll bring the bench back in. So now instead of the hands going onto the surface or elevating the hands, we're going to elevate the feet. Everything in the push-up stays the same, but now this is going to increase the load that he sees in the shoulders, all right? So elevating the feet. Then we'll also talk about tempo, so slowing it down. We'll slow down the eccentric or the lowering portion of the push-up. And today we could do something where we could do, let's do a 3-second on the way down, pause at the bottom, explode up, 1 second pause at the top. So 3 seconds on the way down. He's going to pause at the bottom position, explode up, pause at the top, repeat. All right, so slowing down that push-up, really focusing on that form, makes the movement a little bit more difficult. And then the third way would be adding weight. So he'll get into the position. I can throw a plate on his back. Also, if you have a rucksack, this is where they come into play. So placing that on the back. Again, if you had a backpack or a rucksack, you can put that on. Nothing changes in the movement again. We're just adding resistance. Good. So those are 3 ways to scale down the push-up and 3 ways to scale up the push-up, depending on where you're at in your push-up journey. Thanks, guys. Good luck.